Hey everybody, this is Bonnie Barker with Bonnie Bay Crochet, and you've come to Friday Fun Live. Yay! This is a fun time where we just meet together, we chit chat, we talk using the live chat, and I get to show you some new goodies that have come into my fiber world in the last week or so. Maybe fiber related, maybe not. I've got a lot of stuff to talk about and everything, but let me go ahead and just give you a quick greeting. I want to get to the chat. Um, and just to let you all know, and Hannah, I'm going to try to end a little bit early today because tomorrow is the Frederick Fiber Festival in Frederick, Maryland. This is at the Frederick Fairgrounds. A lot of F words here. Frederick Fiber Fairgrounds. And I need to go set up. And my sister has graciously said she will meet me there. So I need to make sure I get my car finished, loaded, and off. So she's going to help me unload. If you're in the Frederick or Northern Virginia, really Delaware, DC, any of those areas around, and you have some time tomorrow to come look at some amazing fiber and come visit me at my book table, please do. This will be going on from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. There's no entrance fee. It's absolutely free. There will be 125 vendors, like selling yarn, books, all craft, mostly craft related things. So that's a lot of people. There are going to be food trucks there, so you don't have to worry about packing a lunch if you want to just um, get something there. I'm going to be packing my lunch. I'm going to be bringing my grapes and my yogurt and of course, my Pepsi Zero, my favorite all-time drink, and going to be busy. Going to be a busy day, and we're going to be in building number 9. It's the big building that has the restrooms in it. Yes, so come visit me. And at building number 9, they're going to be, I believe, 4 or 5 buildings of vendors there. So bring your walking shoes and remember a budget-free zone. I'm just kidding, but I do hope to see a lot of you there. And remember, let me show you something. If you come by and tell me I watch Friday Fun Live or I watch your YouTube channel, I have a little something for you. So I want to give this to you when you come by. It's just a little pen and a book with stickies and a notepad, which come in really handy for me as I'm reading through my books. And like sometimes you'll maybe see a magazine pattern you might want to do, or a book, and you just want to mark it for future reference. These are really fun for that. So let me know. Just say hi. I'm a follower. Let me have one of your books, please, and I'll be happy to hand it to you as a thank you for your faithfulness. Anyway, let's go ahead and see who's in the chat. Hey, Linda, Brat's mom, right there on top today. Thank you so much for being there, waiting patiently. She says, "Good morning, Bonnie, Hannah, Becky, and all my dear yarnies from cool Southwest Chicago suburbs. The rain just stopped. Please, friends, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button." Thank you for that reminder, Linda. And love to craft, waving right back at you, my friends. So glad to see you in their chat. And Alana says, "Hi, all you good people. So glad it's Friday with all of you." Yes. And Wanda Gordon says, "Good morning, Miss Bonnie and everyone. Beautiful day in North Carolina. God is so good." Yes, he is. And Stephanie, good morning to you. And Phil says, "Howdy, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well this fine day. Loading up some stuff here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, to take to Hazleton, Pennsylvania, then home for Halloween." Oh my goodness. Hope your mom is doing well, Phil. We still remember to pray for her. So you take care and be safe out there on the road. And hopefully, the ride through North Carolina won't be too much out of your way with the roads, how they've all changed there. And Sandra, good morning to you. She's joining us from a nice sunny Southern California. And Marie says, "Good morning." I know Marie is joining us from South Carolina. And Denise Graham's good to see you in the chat. She says, "Hello, Bonnie. It's good to be here with you and everyone. Hope the week has been kind to you." It's 4:45 p.m. here in Wiltshire, UK, and the sun is shining after a rainy morning. Yay. Well, so glad to have you join us from the UK. Would love to get back there someday. And Lori, good morning to you from Mississippi. And Hannah, so good to have you back in the chat. We missed you last week, sweetheart, and so glad you're doing better. I hope it's okay to mention Hannah got to have a ride um, in an ambulance, I think the first time, right? But she is fine, just having some abdominal pain, but she is on the mend. So I appreciate your prayers for her. And Barbara, good morning to you. I know you're joining us from Alaska, which always amazes me. And Wanda Gordon, waving right back at you. Um, oh, thank you, Hannah. Kim W says her surgery is rescheduled for a plastic surgeon is going to do it. They want less of a scar. Okay. I will continue to pray for you, Kim. Thanks for letting us know. And let's see, we have Mary. Good morning to you, Mary. And Brian from Newfoundland, Canada. Um, oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Kim, for letting us know that. Yeah, the details. Yeah, having to deal with a tumor, wow, on her face and nose. Yeah, I'm so glad they're going to use somebody that will be good about that. I've had a couple of facial surgeries too. It is what it is. When you grow up in South Florida, you end up with basal cells. I mean, that's just what happens. Sorry, all you Floridians. Yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, I hope they take care of you and do give yourself time to heal from that, Kim, too, because I know that um, I had a surgery, I guess, right up here in the middle of my forehead. I mean, the scar was right in the middle of my forehead for about a year, and that was not an easy thing. They really went deep, and it hurt. It hurt a lot more than they said it would. I think I'd like to think I have somewhat of a pretty good pain tolerance. I did have 5 children after all. No, I'm just kidding. They were not that painful. Uh, not really. Um, but anyway, yeah, do take your time to rest after that too. And yeah, cut yourself a break, okay? And we will pray for you. Um, so let's say we have Brian, that's right, from Newfoundland, Canada. How wonderful. And Hannah, thank you for being such a good greeter in the chat. And Sandra, good to have you. You good sister, yes. And Ekstrom, good afternoon to you. And Kim and Cynthia and Callie. She says she's working on the bacon scarf. Yay. That makes me hungry. Ah. And, let's see, I just had a bunch of things load. Give me a second here. All right. Okay, now I found where I am. And Rita's from New Jersey. She says, "Hi from New Jersey on a perfect autumn day." Yeah, isn't it beautiful? I just went to put a book out in the mailbox for somebody and was just marveling at the trees in my front yard. And my neighbor's tree, they have this right next to our property. It's this really big red maple, which is like this gorgeous orange color right now. It's just amazing. I'll have to take a picture of it and post it later on Facebook or something. Um, is it Nunzia? Uh, good from Roma. Oh, from Rome. Good morning to you. Grazie. So glad to see somebody from Italy in our chat. What a beautiful country. If y'all ever get a chance to go to Italy, definitely go. Definitely take time to go see Rome. If you can drive through Tuscany, it's wonderful. Reserve a day for Venice. You will not regret it. It is so wonderful there. Um, just be careful in Rome because you could either get run over or run over a motorcycle. So just be careful, or a Vespa. There are thousands of them there. And we have Alma from, is it Conroe, Texas? Wow. Good morning to you. And Kimberly and Cynthia, she says, sorry, missed where this is going to be. Um, I don't know if you're talking about the festival. It's going to be Frederick, Maryland, Frederick Fairgrounds, if that's what you're asking about. And thank you for Denise for checking in on Hannah. And Beth, good morning to you from Ontario. Wow. And let's see, we have Maria from Mexico. I don't know if I can pronounce the city you're from, but I'm going to say just Mexico. Welcome, welcome. Hola, amigo. Again, loved visiting your country. Um, the first time, the second time was on a mission trip, and that was very interesting with my daughter Becky and me. Um, and Sandra, good morning. She says upcoming birthday, so I asked for the Crochet World Holly Jolly Crochet Christmas and just received. Yay! How good. I got something else to show you, Sandra, that you may want to add to your list later. Let's see. And we have, thank you, Cynthia, for praying for Kim. That is so kind of you. And we have Ramona in our chat from Anchorage, Alaska. Wow, got two people from Alaska in the chat. And Carol says, "Good morning, Hannah, Bonnie, and all." Carol Beth in Oregon. Prayers for you, Hannah. Take good care of yourself. Yes, ma'am. We got to take care of Hannah. And Marlee from is it Alchester Alchester, South Dakota. Can't wait to get back to crocheting. I've been busy planting 200 trees this summer and fall, along with a lot of watering plus mowing 5 acres. Woo, that's a lot. And Margita and Cynthia says she's going to make the cross throw. Wow, I hope you enjoy that one, Cynthia. I had fun doing that one. And I tried to be really careful on the numbers, so I hope folks can get through that one. And Diane says here from New Jersey, and okay, is it Kurota from Alaska? It says, I love your patterns. I'm currently making on a hill far away for a friend. Excellent. That is so sweet to hear. Well, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about my week. It's been a busy week. Started, well, actually, after I talked with you all last Friday, I guess we didn't leave till Sunday. Okay, Sunday afternoon after church, we left to drive down to Richmond. And instead of going down the I-95, everybody travels on it and a million miles an hour, we decided to take the country roads with the Miata and had a delightful, beautiful trip, with the fall leaves, very much kind of near peak. They're starting to get about peak now, maybe a little bit past. But anyway, I got to drive down, and we didn't have a lot of plans. We were supposed to meet my son Caleb, and we did that on Monday morning for brunch. But we unexpectedly got to see my daughter Becky, which means I got to see both of my grandsons this weekend. We got to visit with both of them and their prospective parents, and had a delightful time visiting, both in northern and then in southern part of Richmond, Virginia. So that was just a big blessing to be able to visit with these two little handsome guys. And then this past Wednesday, I know this is a little. I usually don't talk about this kind of stuff till towards the end, but I'm going to just make mention of it in case there's someone out there that might benefit from this. I finished reading through the Bible. I try to do this with some regularity, and I wanted to show you. I use a particular plan that I really like because there's a lot of grace built into it. So it has just a section of the Bible every day, but then it has a couple days where it gives you a couple days to catch up, take breaks. Full disclosure, I didn't do it exactly in a year. I kind of tend to stretch this out and take a little bit longer. Obviously, I'm finishing in October. This has you finishing in December. It's not because I read ahead, it's because I was way behind. And I don't follow the months so much as much as just being regular. I mean, just being faithful to do a little bit where I can, instead of feeling like I have to be driven, by the schedule here. I don't feel that. I feel grace to take my time. And sometimes I need to do that, just to soak it in. But anyway, if you're interested in doing the same plan that I do, which I really like, I've done several of these, and they all are fine. But this is my favorite one. I do have a link for this in the video description. So at the bottom of the video, you'll see more. And if you click on that, then other things will open. If you just look down, it'll just say Bible reading plan that I use. And you can currently download the link today, and you don't have to give anybody any information. There are some things online where you have to sign up and give them information, and I don't really like doing that. So, um, this is just a straight up link, and you can download the PDF. Again, if that's something you're interested in, and if not, if that's fine too. It's just I just love, just reading it through cover to cover. And spoiler alert, God wins. But you probably knew that. Uh, but it just was just kind of gave me more thankfulness. Of course, I've started up from the beginning again now. And the program also takes you through the book of Psalms 2 times in the year, which I love because I love reading the Psalms. I think yeah. So that's one thing I like about it. All right. My sister got home. Hey, Brenda. I know you said you'd be watching. My sister Brenda got home from her wonderful Mediterranean trip. And I'm not going to tell you all about everything she did, but I'm going to show you some things. She brought me back some really sweet gifts. I got a new spoon drip from Greece. And what's really cool is the color around the outside, that dark blue, is the same color that's in my kitchen. The name of the color that I painted my kitchen 20 years ago, and I still love it, is called Waterworks. And it's just a very nice blue. So this is going to get some use. It's going to go through that dishwasher many, many times. And when she was in Greece, I'll cover up the price here. She got me some bacala, and I'm not sharing these, just to let you know. These are from me. My husband's not real big on sweets. I am. So this is mine. And she also had a chance to go to, let's see, where did she get this from? I'm having a brain freeze. I'm having a brain freeze right now. I'll show you that in a minute. It'll come back to me. Okay. Okay, Istanbul. Kept thinking Constantinople, and it's not Constantinople anymore. Istanbul. So she got me a box, and she visited this mosque. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll just show the picture there. Some of my friends from the East are probably more familiar. I've never been to Istanbul, but she brought me back a whole nice big selection of excellent honey-based Turkish delight. So what I'm going to do is, since this is pretty well preserved, I'm going to bring this to Thanksgiving next month and share with my whole family. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. So the Istanbul Turkish delight is coming to South Carolina for Thanksgiving. And this is absolutely gorgeous. I have to show you. I'm pretty sure this is silk. This is a beautiful scarf that she bought in the ancient city of Ephesus. Well, not in the ancient city, but in the city that's near where Ephesus, which, as you may know, is the city that sent out the 7 various churches, like Corinth. I don't know if it's Corinth, but they sent that Ephesus was a rich town, and they sent out, and was a rich church, and they church planted 7 of the churches that are mentioned in the book of Revelation. So if you're familiar with the scripture reading, you know what I'm talking about, where the 7 letters to the churches. So anyway, I just looking forward to wearing this. So beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Brenda, for your kindness. I can't wait to see all the other things you have, but most importantly, so glad that we have you back safe and sound from such a wonderful, wonderful trip. All right, so let me get back. I know I'm getting behind now. Yeah, Lynn says, thank you, Lord, for your sister Bonnie and everyone in the chat. She says, it's a gorgeous, beautiful blessing to do righteousness. I wasn't always like this because I didn't know how to do. That goes for all of us, Lynn. I did not grow up reading the scriptures. I did not grow up doing any of this. And God opened my eyes and he opened my heart, and that all changed. So, and I needed what he had to offer greatly, which definitely his forgiveness and grace. All right. Let me get back to the chat. I always lose my place. Um, okay, I'm catching up slowly. I read that. Okay. Okay, Ekstrom says, anyone else got so used to post stitches and the waddles that stitching in the top loops has become slightly annoying? Oh man. Oh yeah, that can happen. That can happen. Yeah, it's really interesting with the post stitches because muscle memory really does take over and you can feel those stitches. You don't even have to look at them and you know they're there. That is what I love about them. And let's see, we have uh, Kim. Oh, thank you, Kim. She says, congratulations on reading it through. Yeah, it's just like another trip through. And, I've been through this. I don't know how many times I've been through the Bible because I've been, but, and this is not boasting. This is just, I need it. I need the reminder. I need to stay close to it just so that I don't get carried away with things that aren't true. Um, but the first time I read through it, I was 18 or 19. I had started it in high school, and I think I finished it my freshman year of college, my first semester in at the university, far, far, far from home. And and then I tried to do it with some regularity. And of course, when you have kids and in those child rearing ages, it can be tough and a lot slower. But I don't know how many times I've actually read it through, but even now, I'll go through it again. Like I said, I started it again this morning. No, yesterday morning I started with Genesis 1 and 2 and then Psalm 1, and I'm gonna read that later in the broadcast. But I find new things, because I'm a different person every time we go through. We get older, we learn things, our life changes, we experience things, and we see it in new light. I mean, we can get more out of it. When I was 18 and 19 reading it, I didn't know half of what I was looking at, and did not have a very strong foundation at all theologically. So, I mean, and over the years of the Lord showing me more and more and understanding better. And when I go through it again and again, it's just I see new things, and it always opens itself up, and I just think that's so cool. Oh, thank you, Lynn, for encouraging Hannah. And Mrs. Debbie LW, welcome to the chat. And Felicia says, good afternoon, sis, Bonnie, and everyone. Thank you, Felicia. And yeah, Barbara says, yummy on the stuff here on the food. Yeah, thank you. Brenda couldn't bring the gelato home, so I guess she did the next best thing. So the gelato wouldn't have made the trip very well. Besides, it's probably best to get that on the streets of Rome if you can. And Wanda Gordon says, what a sweet sister. Oh, yes, she's my little baby sister, and she's a keeper. And Carol from the Crypt says, good morning, everyone. And Bonnie Hannah tuning in from Disneyland. Oh, my goodness, Carol, you need to go on those rides. You need to go ride the Millennium Falcon. Shut your phone down. Go on. Go look at the Star Wars area. It's fantastic at Disneyland. But gosh, thanks for joining us. I'm going to wave you on. Go get on those rides. Go have fun and go give Mickey a hug for me. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hannah and I had the most delightful trip. This was 2019. The pandemic was right around the corner. We had no idea. And we just had the most wonderful time there at Disneyland. My husband was on a business trip, so we just kind of tagged along since his trip was in Anaheim, which is like his hotel was 2 long blocks from Disneyland. So we had to go visit. So that was really fun. Thank you, Wanda, for your encouragement, and Sandra. Yeah, she says beautiful scarf, and the color is very pretty. Yes, and it's a blue. My sister knows me. You can't go wrong with blues or greens. Let's see. Yeah, Love to Craft says it's beautiful too. Brenda, you did good, my girl, my friend, my sister. Um, and thank you all. And yeah, beautiful gifts. I agree. Thank you, Cecilia. Yes. Um, and Carol G from the Crypt says, yes, the decorations are amazing. Oh, wow. Yes. Mm-mm-mm. And Ekstrom says, Brenda has good taste. Of course, she's my sister. Hey, Freaky Geek, so glad you could join us. Um, well, let me go ahead and tell you a couple other things here before we get going. I have two new designs to show you, but I have something else too. But before I do that, a little bit of business. I'm going to be doing a class for my watch subscribers. It's going to be one of those classes you don't have to sign up for. I will send the link, the Zoom link to everybody if you are on, a part of the watch channel. I will just send you out an email with this at some point. It's going to be November 14th. That's the Thursday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. This is Eastern Standard Time or whatever time we're on. We're getting ready to switch. So we're getting ready to go from one to the other. But whatever we're doing in the East, the Eastern time zone, that's what we're doing, 2 to 4. And it's multiple ways to crochet ribbing. Okay. Ribbing would be like the trim that I used here. But there are a lot of different ways to do ribbing. It doesn't all just have to look like front post, back post, but we're going to cover this one. We're also going to show how you can do it in single crochet. And I'm also going to show variations uh, of ribbing that are easy to work, easy to trim. And we can talk also about, do you put the ribbing on before or after? Because you can do it both ways. And I do it both ways. So yeah, we're going to have a class on that in case you are interested. And just to let you all know, if you're not a watch member, the watch subscription is a paid subscriber channel. It's $7.95 a month or $79.50 a year. And in that, you get to participate with the live classes. There are a lot of additional videos on this channel that do not appear on YouTube. You can look at recordings of other classes that have been taught. You could also take some classes that I have, which are multiple video lessons, like on how to design your own scarf, how to design your own texturized poncho. Those are included. And a lot of these classes are very similar to the classes that I teach live at conferences when I'm able to travel. So and there are many PDFs that you can download, and it's all complimentary for the $7.95 a month. I think it's a really good deal, especially if you're someone who wants to grow in your crochet skills and you like cables. I also do have a lot of beginning stuff there too. So if you're new to crochet and you think, oh, it's too hard, I have a lot of beginning stuff there as well that will help you transition really sooner than you think into the intermediate stuff. I have had a lot of beginners tell me that they were able to accomplish things that I would not have recommended, but they're like, I can do this because of the videos. So that makes me very happy. So again, that's the class. And I am still needing to make a video on the crochet hook that I showed you a few weeks ago. This was with the interchangeable. But I'm going to do just a little quick peek at something else I got in the mail. Okay, this is a set of other crochet hooks by the same company, Knit Pro. I am not a paid salesman for this. I'm going to evaluate this. I spent my hard-earned money on this. There was no discount for me, but I wanted to show you these hooks. I'm not going to say too much about them because you'll probably know what I'm going to say. And I don't want to say everything I'm going to say in my evaluation video. But I'm going to do an honest review. Let me show you. Beautiful box with little magnet closing. And here's the pouch they come in. Let me show you the goodies before I show you the hooks. Okay, in the back, there's a little zipper. And we have a beautiful measuring tape, of course, with a metric on one side and the English system on the other. And like the other set, there's a pair of compact scissors. And these are regulation. You can fly with these. And a needle for hiding those loose strands. Okay. And This all fits nicely in the pouch here. This is not leather. This is like a faux leather pouch. And I think this is like faux suede here. Very nice. Okay. Again, magnet closures there. Okay. And here are the hooks. Okay. I'm not going to say a lot about them. I'm going to save that for the evaluation. I have been practicing with these just to get a feel for these. And I want to show you that these are all inline. These are the inline hooks. If I can get it to focus. Okay. The size is written. Probably it's not going to focus on it. But the size is written back here. But these all have, it has a little indentation for the thumb. And I believe these are all highly polished walnut handles. So aren't these beautiful? um, when I got them in the mail, I just stared at them. I'm just like, wow, these are beautiful. I will say one thing. And again, I have a lot of other things to say about them. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly, about these, but I just wanted to show these to you to let you know that there will be a video that's going to talk about these hooks. It's going to talk about the interchangeable set. And I might talk a little bit and compare to the red heart version of that. But you know how I feel about that one. Ugh. But anyway, um, so be on the lookout for my evaluation of this. And it's like if you have a birthday or a Christmas gift, and people always say, what can I get you for Christmas? And our token answer, especially as a mom, is nothing, I'm fine. I don't need anything. Well, this is definitely something we don't need, but might be something that if someone wants to get something really nice for you, these are just under or in the ballpark of about $90, depending on where you find these. I've seen some sites for $101 for the whole set. So yeah, this is not for the faint of heart. And I will be talking about these in a video coming up soon. I'm hoping to have it out in a week or two, but we'll see. I'm not exactly sure just yet. Next week, I'm not sure that I will be here for Friday Fun. I might be able to do a broadcast, but I'm not really sure. I'm supposed to be in Tampa. So I don't know if I'll be able to broadcast from there or not. But what I will do is I will post in the community section and on Facebook. But in the community section on YouTube, I will try to give you a notification as to where I am, what I'm doing, to let you know whether I'm going to be able to do a broadcast or not. But I hope I can. I'm going to see what I can work out. All right. Excuse me. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, wow. Lori says she was raised in Anaheim. Very cool. And Lacey Lavender says, shalom, everyone. Wow, what a great, wonderful greeting. Shalom to you too. And Phil says, okay, loaded, scaled, and time to go trucking. Well, Phil, safe drive, my friend. Let's see where we go. All right, I think I know where I am now. And Red Hook is in the chat. She says, hello, Bonnie, Hannah, and everyone. Finally got to catch you live. It's been a busy month. Well, welcome back, Red Hooked. Wow. Yeah, Lynn says, me either, Sister Bonnie. I can't wait to meet you, Lynn. And Lori, okay, we saw that. Lori was raised in Anaheim. And all right, I think I know where I am now. And thank you all for taking care of Phil. Just wishing him safe travels. That's really kind of you guys. Virginia says, good morning. Couldn't get in. It's been a while. Blessings. Yeah, you have to, I guess sometimes have to be signed into your YouTube account or Google account. if that might be maybe that's why. And Freaky Geek says, I was blocking the door. Haha. Hello there. Always got something clever to say, Freaky Geek. Um, yeah, Freaky Geek says, yeah, on this bag looks like leather. Yeah, it's not real leather. It'd be a lot more if it was. And Virginia says, love the bag. Yeah, the bag is really nice on this set. And Laura says, if I order one of your books off Amazon, will you get payment or is it better to get it from you? Um, it's up to you, Lori. If you order a book from Amazon, um, um, it depends on which book it is, but I mean, it does benefit me in a small way for sure. Um, either way, if you order it from my Etsy store, I do sign them before they go out. It'll probably save you money though if you order it from Amazon, especially if you have Prime, because you won't have to pay for shipping. You don't have to pay for shipping on my books, but my books are priced a couple dollars higher, and that helps me to cover the shipping because I just buy stamps from the post office like you guys do. Um, so yeah. And Wanda says, nice bag. Yes. Um, Freaky Geek says, more shiny. Oh yeah, they are shiny and they take a lot of shiny out of your pocket. um, and Lynn likes them, and Lori does too. Yep. Looks like Phil does too. And yeah, beautiful hooks. Everybody likes those. Freaky Geek says, walnuts you can't eat. You don't want to eat these walnuts. This is actually not walnuts as much as it is part of the tree. Um, and Phil says, inline is like Susan Bates hooks, right? Absolutely, Phil. Yes, these are inline hooks. These are very much similar to the Susan Bates hooks, which is why I invested in them to try them out. Because if they're not, I don't even bother doing an evaluation on them because they're not going to be my favorite. Um, these I'll let you know if they're my favorite or not in the video. All to be determined. I'm not going to give anything away just yet. Lynn says, please pray for my niece. Um, Tao gave birth to a beautiful baby boy that was stillborn. How sad. She needs all the help she can get. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Lynn. Let me write that down. That is so heartbreaking. Oh my goodness, that makes me so sad. Um, I know one thing that you can do, and that I have done with friends in our church who have gone through just that very thing is to give them a blanket, a baby blanket, and yeah, whew, something that they could either hold on to remember the baby, or to use to wrap them in the coffin. I know that sounds so heavy, um, but anyway, yeah. Um, Hannah's asking, what's my choice of charity for this week? We're still collecting for Samaritan's Purse. We're still building the next uh, donation for Samaritan's Church, Samaritan's Purse to help the people in North Carolina from the tornado. Because even though the news has moved on, these people have not. This will be their life for years. Yeah. But Lynn, that makes me so sad. I will definitely add you guys to the prayer for that. Um, yeah. Um, and hey, Stephanie, it's good to have you. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. Let me tell you where we are now, since she's just added a donation here. Let me look at that section at my computer. We add that. Okay, we are up to 75. So, Okay, we're up to 75. Once we hit 100, we will send one in. It's just easier, I think, for them and for us. Just that way we can, it helps with administration on both ends as well. Thank you, Virginia, for praying for Lynn's niece. Um, yeah. Yes, Stephanie. Yep. Same Samaritan's Purse. We're going to do that for a while. I go through North Carolina quite a bit and know people in the Carolinas, and that's just kind of heavy right now on our heart. I love to craft. Thank you for taking care of her. And we have Daisy from Silver City, New Mexico. Welcome. Wow. I'd love to go to New Mexico sometime. And yeah, Phil says that's heartbreaking. Yeah, I can't think about it too much because I will not be able to talk. Uh, um, and the box of tissues in the other room, so I need to try to move on. But we will remember her, Lynn, definitely. Um, and Virginia wants to know, how do I donate? Honestly, Virginia, if you are wanting to donate to the Samaritan's Purse, I would recommend you just go straight to them, because I know when you donate here, YouTube does take a fee, and then there's their processing fees, and it can get a little complicated. But those who do choose to donate through me, you can hit the little, there's a dollar sign at the bottom where you put in the chat, and then what happens is that will be, I will donate that much to the charity. It's not a direct charity thing from YouTube to the charity, but it's from me personally, because I even though there are fees that YouTube takes out of what they give me, I don't take that away. I just take the set number that you all donate, and I'm going to double it. I'm going to match dollar per dollar, and then send that on to Samaritan's Purse, um, for a while, as I can. So anyway, um, Freaky Geek says, running away, time to stuff the face. Have a fantastic weekend, all. Oh, yeah, I'll be doing that soon too. And Lynn says, I gave her a christening gown that I had crocheted many years ago and made her a resin baby boy angel. Aw. Ooh. And working on a blanket for his big sister. You are too kind, Lynn. Yeah, that is so sweet. Yeah, there's a lady in our church, this young woman, sweet, sweet woman. You know who I'm talking about, Hannah. She's lost two that way. It's been really hard. Um, but you would not know to meet her. She's just a woman who's just full of faith and joy. She has 4 or 5 beautiful children now, but has lost 2. And they were almost full. They were pretty much full term deliveries too. So very sad, but God has, I mean, God has us in the palm of his hand. I believe if we're in his care, and sometimes I know he will take care of all of this. Um, anyway, um, and thank you for caring for Lynn Ekstrom. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Sandra. Says, love the sweater behind you. Have you shown it before? Um, if you're talking, if you're talking about this one, yes, I have. This is actually on my channel. The Beanie BINNIE sweater. And yeah, it's an asymmetrical closure. So it closes on, it's a big panel on one side and a small on the other. And it's just the elongated cable. And then it has a little bit of a ruffle around the bottom, if you can see that. So yeah, it's on my channel. Thanks for asking about that. Ooh, if I can put it back there without it falling. There you go. And it is it this one? Yeah, it's in this book, Celtic Cable Crochet, which was published about 8 years ago. Is that right? 2000, yeah, 2016. So the other book is 10 years old. This one is 8. Let me go ahead and show you 2 new projects that are coming. I am going to be calling this one Sapphire Soliloquy. And do you remember the gradient yarns that I showed you a couple months ago, or maybe 6-8 weeks ago? Well, this is the gradient yarn, And I'm using that twisted cable, that elongated twisted cable. All right. And then the light color. So, and this is using gradient yarn from a company called Frogget. Yeah, that was the name of the business, the small business, and they actually have a like a walk-in van. You know, kind of it's like a UPS size big van, and they have it painted with their logo. It's really cool, and you walk in, and they have all these beautiful yarns that are hand dyed. So look for this. Sometime in the future, probably after Christmas, probably sometime in the January or so. Got a lot of nice things coming out in January. I may try to roll this next one out sooner. This is a super easy throw. And let's see. What do I, hold on one second. Okay, we're calling this the Easy Breezy Lap Gan. It is a smaller throw. Okay. And it's using the Premier Bloom DK weight yarn. So it's a very, very easy blanket to do. It is all wattle stitch except for the ribbing on both sides and at the beginning and at the end. It's one of those where you can make it as long as you want, as short as you want, and you can control the width by adding or subtracting multiples of 6 to the original starting chain. So it's one of those um, I like to say mindless projects, but apparently the term is meditative. So this is a meditative project. In other words, you don't have to think a lot about what you're doing. And like somebody was mentioning about working through the top loops, you're just working in the chain one loop. So it's a very, very easy, relaxed journey. And the yarn that I used does all the color changes, and it's just kind of nice. And what's really nice about the DK weight yarn is it's a lighter weight, thinner blanket, and it's going to keep you just as warm. It's just not as heavy. I think it's going to be easier because it's not such a heavy blanket. It's easy to wash. Wherever you put it in the washer and a dryer, it's 100% acrylic. So the Easy Breezy Lapgan will be coming. I'm hoping to roll this out. I'll try to roll it out as soon as I can. Give me a few weeks on this one. I still have to do the editing of the video and whatnot, but I do want to get this one out on the sooner side, because I know once Thanksgiving is done, I know you guys are going to be out and about shopping and doing all kinds of busy things. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lynn. Oh my goodness, girl. Um, all right. So that brings us up to 95. $95. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lynn. Where'd you go? Okay, there you are. Having to find. Phil says, do you have any plans for a men's zip-up cardigan with a hood? I have a bunch of baby alpaca yarn I would like to use. Sorry, Phil, I really don't. I do have some yarn to experiment with a men's pullover, and quite frankly, I haven't gotten very far on that one. I have the yarn, but I'm not real thrilled with the results of what I'm getting with my swatching. So I may need to be on the lookout for some better yarn. But I probably won't be putting a zipper or a hood on one of those. So you may want to just maybe look on online and see if you can find something else. But that sounds like a fun idea. I just I just don't like working zippers. I could look into that, but the thing with that is a lot of people I think are intimidated by those as well. But that is a great idea. Definitely check and see what you can find out there. But yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything like that anytime soon. Um, and Sandra likes the gradient yarn. She says, "Wow, that's a nice, cool lot of gradient." I'm gonna be seeing her again. I'm gonna show her this scarf because I just again bought this yarn straight up. It's not comp yarn or anything. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else she has. I know she had a set of green gradients, and you know me, I have the green sweater back here, and there's a little bit of, blue green in this, but she just has some of the most beautiful yarn that I've seen. Um, and Lori says, pray for the people in North Carolina. There are town town here in Mississippi. Okay, there are, I guess, towns in Mississippi that never recovered from Katrina. Yeah, yeah. My daughter was actually with Habitat for Humanity, visiting after Katrina, and was building houses right across the border in Mississippi. Because I know New Orleans got a lot of attention, but Mississippi kind of got forgotten. But people there lost a lot. Remember, my daughter sending me pictures of people's houses, and you couldn't see the house. There was just the concrete steps was all that was left. Of course, by the time she got there, it was in the rebuilding phase, and they were building people's houses one summer. Um, oh, thank you, Sandra. She says, have a beautiful and blessed weekend. Thank you, Bonnie and Hannah, for all you do. Have fun at the yeah, she said Pittsburgh Fair, but I know what she meant. The Frederick. Yeah, the Frederick Fair. I got that. I said Pittsburgh so many times going up to the Pittsburgh thing, but I will be going to Pittsburgh in a couple weeks to visit my son and his wife. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. All right. So I'm making sure I got everybody's comments. And thank you for your encouragement on this one. And I'm glad you like the stitch combination too. Let me show you that just a little bit again, just to show you. It's kind of hard to see in some of the colors how you have the four-post cable, the four-post cable intertwining, with the I'll just look at it this way. It's hard to see. Okay, with the standard stitches and then the cable along the side. Oh my goodness, we just went over. Thank you so much, Virginia. My goodness. So now we're up to 100 and 114. All right. So the next time I do go live, I owe you all a song. Thank you so much. And I will send that in sooner rather than later. So we're up to $114. We have exceeded the $100 mark. Thank you. I will double that. So that'll be $228 going to Samaritan's Purse, courtesy of friends of Bonnie Bay Crochet Friday Fun. So thank you all. Thank you, Virginia, for helping us. That will be headed out the door very soon so that we can do our little bit. I know a lot of times it feels like just a drop in the bucket, but that drop of faithfulness means something. It will mean something. It does mean something. So I'm really, really glad that we can do that. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else that I got on my thing? No. And you all know that the Christmas cable throw is available. I don't have it to show you right now because it's packed in the car. It's going to the Fiber Festival so that I can show folks what they can do with their stitches. Oh my goodness, Archer and Ace, thank you so much. You guys are going to put me in a poorhouse here, and that'd be a great way to do it. Thank you so much. So plus 10 more. Okay, so that brings us up to 124, which means $248. All right. Thank you so much, Archer Nate. So $248 will be going to Samaritan's Purse to help the people in North Carolina. All right. Oh, Laura says you can put a zipper on any button up you like. Yeah, I guess you can if you like doing that, and You know how to do it well. I am not a seamstress, y'all. I might be good at doing some of these crochet stitches, but seamstress stuff, like I've told you before, my sewing machine and I tolerate each other, but that's about it. We're not in love. We don't spend too much time together if we can help it. So anyway, well, they thank you guys so much for your generosity. We have 5 more minutes, and I said I was going to try to end early. Well, it looks like I lied again because I got carried away reading your messages. Um, and thank you all, Rita and Virginia. Um, yeah, and Phil says Samaritan's Purse is doing phenomenal work. Yes, and they still have a field hospital in the Ukraine too. So I mean, I know people have moved on to that, but a lot of us haven't. Um, yeah. Oh my goodness, you guys are so generous today. And Tareen wants to know, do I have a pattern for the white sweater I'm wearing in the video? Yes, this one. Yes, this is. Yeah, I definitely have it. It's on my home page, and there's also the version with sleeves, with long sleeves. It's available. They're all on my home page. This is the Colossae cabled cardigan, so named for one of the places over there, um, in the Mediterranean area where my sister just got back from. Yes. Oh, thank you for Virginia. Thank you so much. Um, um, yeah. Yes. Oh, and my goodness, is it Kurota? Thank you so much. $20. Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna make me broke. So let's go ahead and add that again. Okay, so that brings us up to 144, which means our total donation will be $268. All right. Well, at least I won't have to pay as many taxes. That's the good thing about donating, is it does cut back on what I have to pay to the government. Um, yeah. Oh, thank you, Alana. Um, Phil says, are you saying singer is a person in front of a mic, not a machine on a table? I don't know about that. I don't have a singer, actually. I have a Husqvarna, or what we used to call Viking, and it is officially 34 years old. I bought it new. It was a sample. It was a demo. Got a great price on it. Um, and Stephanie says, we're never broke because we all have lots of love, and that's worth more than all the money in the world. You're so right, Stephanie. One of my favorite pastors in the world used to always say, we're sending it on ahead. We're sending it on ahead to heaven, where neither rust nor moth can touch it. It won't decay. So that's fantastic. Well, I left my good book in the other room, so I'm going to have to read my going to read my Bible off of my phone, if you don't mind. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. And I want to read to you Psalm 1. It's not one of those touchy-feely psalms that says everything is fantastic, but it's a psalm it's a reality psalm, and I think it's a good reminder um, of God's truth. And it's actually one that my kids and I memorized many years ago. I don't know if you remember this, Hannah, but we did motions to it. We had a lot of fun with this one. But it's just a good reminder, especially in this day and age. So it's Psalm 1, and the title is The Way of the Righteous and the Wicked. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. And I love this visual image. He is like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. In all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore, the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. So I know that may not seem very encouraging to some, but to know that there's going to be an end of wickedness is a big encouragement to many of us. And I know maybe you too. And again, that's not saying perfection. And as I read that, I'm reading with a renewed mind, knowing that perfection comes because of him, not because of us. So anyway, I hope that encouraged you today. And thank you so much for encouraging me with your generosity and just with your kind words. And I just want to wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. And stay tuned. I don't know if I'll be here next Friday or not. I'm not going to be here, but I may be able to broadcast from somewhere, but just don't know. And I will let you know as soon as I know. Okay. God bless. Bye bye.